All right, Judy, let's look at some of the action from earlier. Patty Tavatanik for birdie at 7.
Yeah, Patty.
That took her to 11 under. We mentioned the putt from off the green that began the run of 3 straight birdies for Lexi.
You can see how steep that slope is. Beautiful.
That's a bonus. She doesn't miss many greens. Lexi could make birdie at 6 as well. World number 1, Nelly KORDA in contention. Again, 3 wins, including a major championship and also that Olympic gold medal. At the 10th, here's another great story. The veteran from Thailand, Pornanong Patlam, 95th in the race to the CME Globe. Every shot counts, especially for those right around that 100th spot on the race to the CME Globe points list.
There's a good battle for the Rolex Player of the Year between Jin Young Ko and Nelly KORDA, and the points are only awarded inside the top 10.
Sit.
The hole is in that bowl of this Biarritz designed green. They say they've, even for the members, they've never had an ace when it's been down in the little valley.
This is an interesting hole today. 94 yards, Karen.
It is, and this is a 54-degree wedge. You've got a controlled spin.
She controlled it. Perfection. How about that?
That's pretty awesome.
Greens are going to be very soft with that rain that came through. Now Nelly for birdie.
With these uphill putts, important not to try and give it extra, and she did not, and that was a perfect putt.
Now Christina Kim.
Well, this one, I mean, what makes it so scary is that, you know, you've got water all the way surrounding the hole, and that's really well done as well. But because it's so short, you feel like you have to attack it and you have to go for it.
To 11 under par. Yeah, well done. Well, it's a good outward 9 for Christina.
So the more you follow certain players, the more you learn where the ball should be in the air, and you try and pick it up. But when the sky is overcast like this, it makes it a little bit more difficult. This one a smidge left.
Some of us just make it up, Tom. Come on.
Ah, is that the secret?
Okay.
I've done that for 16 years. It's worked well. Now Se Young Kim for a birdie.
This one is speedy back down the hill. You can see that's just trying to coax it on down there.
Not that speedy.
No. It looked so quick though, Judy.
Yeah. That's kind of her length. I think when she gets sort of in that 12-foot area, somewhere 10 to 15 feet, I've seen her make so many putts over the years.
This is her 3rd shot. Drove it in the pine straw right. Had to lay up just a little 90-yard.
Did you make that up, or is it true?
It was close. Yeah. We weren't exactly sure, but it looked like 90. Good chance from here, turning just a hair right.
At the par 3 12th. Safely aboard. You just don't want to mess with the front part of that green. It'll roll back in the water.
Yeah, if you hit a spinner that lands just on the green.
Jin Young Ko, 4 wins in her last 7 starts going back to the first week of July. Counter out at your own risk. Back-to-back birdies for Jin Young Ko.
Patty Tavatanik. Yeah, Patty dialing it in there. Patty still has a chance to win the Rolex Player of the Year, but she has to win here, and she needs a little bit of help from Jin Young Ko. Jin Young finishes 5th. Leona Maguire, tee shot at the 9th. Got off to a really fast start with that round of 62 on Thursday. Hit a few loose drives yesterday.
Only 108 players in the field. at the 9th.
Maguire for a birdie. Yeah, thought it was just going to fall away then. It stayed on line. Greens are very true here.
It's a pretty looking shot.
Pretty close. Lydia Ko at the 12th to get to -11. She's bogey free today.
I don't know. I think this one might be pink, but
Yeah, she does have the pink.
I think she
Chella
does.
has the orange.
Yeah.
Colored ball.
And a very good shot. She is, to my eye, just such a good little swinger of the golf club.
Well, when this is the worst tee shot of the group, you know it was well played. And on Hadlam, becoming 95th in the race to the CME Globe in the final week of the season, final full field event.
She's really turned it around since then. Let's go to 10.
And the Aussie, Sue O. Another player looking for her first career victory. Like Maria Fassi, like Leona Maguire.
Yeah, this is J. Marie Green for a birdie at the 13th. It's J. Marie to 6 under. This looks likely to be the final week of the year for J. Marie Green. We've talked about players trying to get into next week in the CME Group Tour Championship. 2 players have elected not to play next week. Let's go to 10.
Christina Kim's approach.
And that's from 153. It was off a quite a heavy downhill lie. That was an 8-iron. And I think sensibly trying to keep that short of the hole. Anything long goes down that slope. Nelly's got 139. Off of an upslope, downwind, there's a pitching wedge. This is just drifting just a smidge right. Great shot.
Just a smidge. 2-year lease of a Lamborghini is on the line all week. For anyone making an ace, this is Danielle Kang. We've had one already this week, and that close for Danielle. Danielle Kang, terrific tee shot. Cashes it in for a birdie to get to 8 under into a tie for 15th.
This from 110. Just a really small pitching wedge back into the window. Good looking shot, drifting a little bit left.
Good shot there.
Pretty flat for speed. Might want to wiggle to the right just a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So Nelly's within 2 of the lead. We could have a battle here between Nelly and Lexi on Sunday. That'll be quite something. This is Lydia Ko for a birdie at 13. Back-to-back birdies for Lydia, and she slides up into a tie for 3rd. Got a lot of season-long races going on. We've got the race to the CME Globe.
On the tee at the 12th, Nelly Korda, Karen Stupples there.
And Nelly's got a 9-iron. The wind is off the right.
Every shot looks good to me in the air. I keep thinking one's going to find the hole.
Some players that were long had to chipped it back through down into the water. So we know she's quick. She barely touched that.
I think that's the first time we've seen somebody from that angle miss on the high side.
Well, Lydia Ko has this at par 5 14th, her 3rd.
Lydia is the classic example of a putter with beautiful speed. She rarely has to make a very difficult comeback putt.
Christina Kim, the veteran American, 19th year on tour, in danger of losing her card. 98th in the race to the CME Globe Top 100. Keep their card. Missed Monday qualifying by 1, and then later found out she'd been had been awarded a sponsor's exemption, and now She's in contention to win for the first time in 7 years on tour. We've got players who are playing really well who can't even crack the top 10. Jin Young Ko and this woman, Brooke Henderson. Dad Dave is back. First time since COVID. Her coach, father.
Canada's had very, very strict COVID.
The win in Southern California back in April. 3 rounds in the 60s on this par 70 here.
Yeah, but this is actually quite nice. It's got a great lie off a slight upslope. It's from 122, and that's a little wedge.
Yeah. You can be wide off the tee here and get away. KORDA for birdie.
This one's got that little subtle right movement to it, and my goodness, how close is she coming?
She's had a lot of chances this week.
Crazy amounts of chances.
Christina Kim for birdie.
Pretty flat this one, Tom. Uphill, though. Doesn't do much in terms of break.
Yeah. Christina Kim going along well. That's back-to-back birdies. What a great story.
Got to land it right at hole high. It's a little downslope just before. That's at least hole high, just right of it.
Yeah, good shot. Good shot. Chance to go in. Going to be a tap-in birdie for Lexi, and she is dialed in. Yeah. 16 under, 5 under for the day. It's par 70 here.
Yeah, little 8-iron. This is right of the hole. All right, the fans know how this is going to end up.
Left herself a nice putt.
She's second in total driving. She's 5th in ball striking when the putter cooperates. Just a moment ago at the par 3 12th, Wailing She in that final group.
You're having a really tough day thus far, but 8-iron in the hands here. And this ball took off on a good line just left of it.
Wailing She, a tap-in birdie. Foot away from a Lamborghini for a couple of years. There's that tough start Tom talked about earlier.
Back over to 13, and Lexi's second.
Yeah, going with her second most lofted wedge. Call it the sand wedge, 54 degrees. 102 hole. Just right of it. Beauty.
Boy, dialed in for the distance.
Now Lexi, great look at birdie here to take it to 17 under par and a 3-shot lead once again. Oh, stayed right. Cupcho stayed left. Just a par, 5 under for the day.
You know, I would get the right and the left confused.
LYDIA was not quite in the bunker there by the looks of things. And she will have a chance to get it to 7 under for the day.
One of those little touchy-feely shots that you got to get right. But it is a green light special for her. She has been pretty dialed in with her distance control. Here's another one. Distance and line, maybe.
Nelly for birdie to get within 1.
Oh, my.
You've said that a lot this week with Nelly. Jennifer Cupcho's third here at the par 5.
83. Won't have near the spin coming out of the grass as Lexi's did. Matter of fact, this might need just a little. Yeah.
she puts her mind to something and she goes right ahead and makes it her life mission to go ahead and do it. I think she's a player that sees this as, you know, the fabulous opportunity that it is, and it's a course that she obviously likes and is able to be doing great things. And shots like that, I mean, that's tremendous from 145.
4 wins in the second half. Christina Kim for birdie.
Great looking stroke there. Textbook how to hit a downhill putt.
Second shot at 18 for Lydia Ko.
Big wide green at 18. If you were going to kind of pick out the middle of it, that's where the hole is today.
Lydia can join the group at 14 under. Lydia Ko to get a tie for second. She is moving closer to wrapping up the Vare Trophy. We've been talking about it all week.
You guys had a lot of time on your hands.
And a good view. Matilda Castrans had a tough day. 4 under, 4 over on the front, then a double at 10, but bouncing back, birdies at 14 and 15, and nearly a 2 at the 16.
No, she didn't. She has 66 yards left.
See if she's got this dialed in. Asking for it to sit, now it needs to spin. Yeah. There's a quality strike there to get that much spin from 66 yards. Turned a lot.
Well, that was a quicker stroke, just through impact.
Christina was one of those players that did not get rewarded for her play in 2020. It was a shortened season, and they didn't really reward players for where they finished on the money list. They just used their position on the priority list, which is how they.
Jennifer Kupcho at 16.
139, bad kick on the tee shot. Hit it up in this bunker. Clean lie, 9-iron and right at it.
Right at it.
Jennifer Kupcho matches Lexi's birdie to stay within 1 of her, but Lexi.
How dedicated she is, how hard she works. She doesn't do it in front of the camera often. She'll post a little social media about her fitness, but that's really it. Great putt.
What a bounce back. After the short miss at 15, Lexi with a birdie to take the lead back.
Let's go to 18.
And Nelly KORDA second.
It's a 9-iron from 128. This one nice and high though, floating towards the hole.
Nearly floated in. And Nelly for birdie to tie the lead.
Well, if those 15 footers aren't going in the hole for you, why not hit it in tight?
She did that at 17th.
And it's so hard off these tight fairways. Clipped it perfectly yet again.
Yeah, well done.
I do think Lexi did the right thing, though, playing the 3-wood off the tee, Tom, because no doubt she could have driven it over the green.
Fully capable of going low any given day, and she has that aggressive nature that leads to low scores.
Right on cue.
Boom.
Se Young to 14 under, within 2 at the moment. Hasn't won this year. She's won in each season since winning Rookie of the Year in 2015.
And then watch Lexi and went ahead and grabbed the putter. Got a great teach from Lexi.
It's tough to get the pace right when you haven't been playing that shot. That's really good. You've been chipping the ball from around the greens and then you try to putt it.
Really well struck. Got it up high enough to take some distance off it.
So Lexi Thompson and Nelly Korda, two of the biggest names in the game, are going to share the lead going into the final round tomorrow here at the Pelican Women's Championship.
What a par.
We talked about that earlier in the week, just finding a way to make a putt. Things aren't going your way. Just keep battling.